Hello guys, welcome to Analytics Guru. Today I'm going to be discussing about how to get started with the Spider IDE. Now first of all, you need to install the Anaconda distribution. To do that, please check out my previous video as I have explained in detail how to install it. Now to open the Spider IDE, you have to just click on the Windows icon, then type Spider and click on the Spider. Now this is the Spider 4 IDE. It is the latest version of the Spider and it has a whole lot of new features that I am going to be discussing in this particular video. So please stay tuned. So this is how the Spider 4 IDE looks like. This is the editor right here. You can write all your code here. This is the project option where you get all your projects and files, and this is the IPython console where you get all your outputs of the code that you run. And these are the 4 inbuilt panes that are given. This is the files, this is the variable explorer, this is the plots, and this is the help. I'll just come back to this. And now let's say I want to run a piece of code and I want to run print, and you're seeing as I'm typing this print function, you're getting already suggestions, and this is one of the most important features of the Spider. And let's say I want to click on this one, and this is also giving all the details of this particular function, what are the arguments that are needed to pass through and what are the and all the necessary details. Now let's say I want to print welcome, and to run this piece of code hit Ctrl Enter. Now you're seeing that this is the output that I am getting. Now you're seeing this hash percentage operator here. This is nothing but dividing this code that I have written into 3 blocks. The first block is this one that I have just ran here, the second block is this one, and the third block is this one. So let's say I want to run the second block. I hit Ctrl Enter, and this is run cell number 1, that is the second one in this case, and it has run the first one as 0. Now here I have declared some variables, and you can just check into the variable explorer and see all your variables right here. As you can see, this is a floating point variable, this is an integer, and this is a string. So this variable explorer gives you all the details of your variables that you are currently running. Now let's say I want to run this one. I hit Ctrl Enter, and as it is saying that figures are now rendered in plots pane by default, and you can also see that these two X and Y lists have been updated here. And now to see the output, you have to go to the plots option, and you can see this is the plot that I have just ran here. This is also the new feature in Spider 4 where you get a dedicated plots pane to see all your plots. And this is the help option. You can just write here any kind of object name and hit enter, and you will get all the necessary documentation that you need. Let's say I want to write matplotlib, and I hit enter. As you can see, the necessary documentation has been given here. You can go through it if you want. This is also a very important feature where you can get directly whatever documentation you want into the IDE. And final of this is the files option. This is the place where you can edit all your files and get the list of all the files present in your directory. You can go to the previous directory by clicking on this button. As in, you can see this YouTube demo file is present here, and you can also go to here. And now let me go through all the toolbars that are present in the Spider IDE. First of all, to start with this new file option, you can create a new file by clicking on this. This is the open file option, this is the save option, this is the save all files option, this is the fast switch between files option, where you can switch between different files by clicking on this one. Here all the files will come as a list. And this is the fast symbol search option. This will open like this window, and you can search any kind of symbol that you want. And this is finally the run option. If you click on this one, then irrespective of all these blocks, the whole code will run again. Now I just click on this one, and you can see the whole code has been rerun again. And this is the run current cell option, where you will run the current cell only, is giving 1. And this is the run current cell and go to the next one option. As you can see, corresponding output. And these are all the debug options that you get. If you are a developer, then you might need to use these options, but these are not necessary for beginners. This is the maximize current pen option, where you can maximize the current pen that you are using, that is this one, and you can also minimize this. And this is the full screen mode, where you can enter into full screen mode. And this is the preferences option. This is particularly important. Let me just click on it, and you see a lot of these settings or preferences that you can change according to your will. Now what I feel is the most important of these options that you want to change would be the appearance of your editor. You can change your theme right from here. You can change the icon theme, and you can also change the fonts of the plain text and the rich text. And this is the preview of what kind of scheme or what kind of theme that you're gonna get. So this is very useful actually. And this is the keyboard shortcuts, where you get the list of all the keyboard shortcuts. This is the Python interpreter. You can change the Python interpreter or keep it to default by clicking on this option. And this is the run option. You don't need to go through this one. And this is the editor option. You can go through these editor options. These are pretty advanced settings that you wanna check into if you want. This is the IPython console option, and this is particularly important, that is the history option. I'll just show you right now. Spider IDE is always keep tracking of the code that you are running, and this is the depth of the number of entries that it keeps track of. You can change if you want from here. And this is the help option. This is the variable explorer, and all the other things. These are not so important. And let me cancel this. Now to go to the history option, you just have to click on here, and you can see that it keeps track of all this code that you are running, including the timestamp also. So this is just a fantastic option. If you want to revert back to any of the things that you want to run from the past, then you can just go here and search it, and then you'll get your code. So this was pretty much all about the basic tools that you're gonna need. I hope that now you will be able to use the Spider IDE with ease. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for latest updates on data science videos. Till then, bye bye.